Oh,
there you go.
Okay,
Just a quick
got
tell.
it.
All right, so where are you? You are at what used to be the Charles and Eliza Pinckney Mansion site. Their mansion used to be in the front of the space facing East Bay Street, and Eliza's garden was lined up with Five Church Restaurant and came all the way across, and we are standing in the servant and slave quarters for the home. That's the layout of the land. Who the heck were these people? Charles and Eliza had a son named Charles, and they had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 different Chucks. That's why we look for secondary clues. I need to know which one's coming through so we know how to address them. So you guys are getting my point on the secondary clues, I hope. Now, the son and the nephew, Charles and Charles, they were both signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. That's a big deal for South Carolina, but I hate politics more than all of you. We're going to move on. If I don't give them that recognition, they're going to do it for me in a spirit box in a very nasty manner. I've seen it dozens of times. Just kind of giving you the key points of why we're here. Now, we're going to be talking about Eliza. She has a much better story. Eliza marries Charles at a young age according to today's standards. I say it slowly because if you're going to ask her how old she was when she got married, do not expect numbers from the colonial days from where she came from, like 12 and 14, when young ladies got married. Think of today's standards because her husband was over double her age when they married. It was creepy then, it's creepy now. I'm just going to put that out there too. Now, she married him because her father was over in England, and he thinks he's dying. He's trying to bring all of his children home one last time so he could see them. Eliza didn't believe he was dying, so she stayed put right here and got married. It's 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card. We're not a country yet. So she did marry Charles out of true love. This is a true love story. There's nothing horrific about this at all. And it is a place of respect. So I'll kind of explain that further as we move along. But back to Eliza. She was right. Dad did not die right away. Instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing. One of those gifts happened to be the plant seeds of indigo. If you don't know what that is, it's a plant that makes blue dye. It makes your blue jeans blue. Some of you have it on tonight, because that's what we use it for. When Eliza got her seeds, she didn't know what to do with them. She actually had to learn from her servants and slaves how to keep it cultivated. You can see it's not always warm here. You Floridians are already freezing. But anyway, so once she learned how to make the dye, she got a hold of her dad, and because she moved it down to a cash crop down by the Stono River, and told her father that the rice plantations were going downhill, that they were going to make a killing with the indigo. And now we have an international businesswoman during colonial days. It's something absolutely unheard of. So this woman is a very big pioneer for our country. So that's the boring business stuff, because I can already see all the blank faces kind of going around the room. We're going to talk about all the weird shit, because that's why you guys are here. With every spirit box and communication device, I'm going to give you a set of questions to focus on. You can either say these things out loud, or you can just focus on it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So it's going to be based off of what type of communication device you have and what we would normally expect out of that device. Secondly, I know there's a lot here. I'm trying to speed this one up. I call out yawns all the time, just so you guys know. Now, with that said, I already told you that answers can go anywhere. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's why you guys are going to tell me all the weird little silly things that you're hearing on your radio stations that are coming through. Just tell me what it is. If it said go buy a Kia, tell me to go buy a Kia. I'm going to write it down. Now, let's kind of go, we're going to go left to right. So Madison, with yours, your device only gives us like 1 to 2 syllables at a time. So you two are going to be focused on what happened to the mansion. It's obviously not here anymore. If we get the what, we will often get 2 or 3 numbers from the date of when that tragedy occurred. I just gave you a clue that it was some type of tragedy. So when we spread out, you'll be able to unmute, and you're going to be asking those and focused on those kind of questions. Hopefully we get some direct answers out of it. So Carrie, and where's my little Ouija board device? I'm missing the name. Why am I keep forgetting your name? Addison. I was going to say Addison. I didn't want to screw it up. Carrie and Addison, your devices kind of work almost in tandem. So you, Addison, you're going to be looking for Eliza's full initials in order, ELP. I'm not going to tell you what the L stands for, because hopefully the L is going to come up out of yours. What that means is there's 2 wives named Eliza, back to back. The first wife also was named Eliza, but also had a maiden name that started with the letter L. You're going to be focused on which Eliza do we have by asking her maiden name. Hopefully you get her full initials of ELP. Of course, if you see any words that are being spelled out for us, let us know. Oh my God, I told you I was going to mix these guys up. Yeah? You are going to have the same questions as Madison. What happened to the mansion? When did that happen? Red spirit boxes, where are you at? All right, so we got Shelly and Avery. Aha, got it right. So you two are going to have the same set of questions as well. Just because of the type of spirit box, you two are going to be focused on Eliza's death. So with that, the 4 things that we commonly get answers to: how old she was when she died, what she died from, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So these are very specific questions that I gave all the way around. Now, if you guys go rogue and ask your own questions, be respectful. Don't ask yes/no questions. When I say be respectful, this woman is a
Her
very...
last name wasn't Least, right?
No.
Okay.
Least?
Least.
Oh. No.
I got
definitely
Miles earlier. Is Miles anybody?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of. But again, just do your best to be respectful. This is like an old-timey English woman. She's very prim and proper. If we're not respectful, all activity will stop. Bob, have you seen any numbers at all?
It was 0.6.
Okay. 2.5 and higher. So who do I need to leave behind? So Addison, I'm going to have to keep you behind for just a minute so I can show you more about your device. But everybody else, let's spread out, stay away from the cars. I'll do 1 or 2 round robins with everybody to see what's going on with your device, and then I'll regroup us.
6.8.
Of course, now we're getting as soon as I ask about it.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
6.8. Now that's your new baseline. We're giving anything below 6.8 while we're here.
Stuff like that, I guess.
26.9.
We go together, right? Yeah.
Make the baseline 25.
So what do we how do we get her here? We just ask? Yeah. Are you here? Yeah, he did. He said spread out.
He didn't say start yet.
Yes, he did. He said spread out and ask the questions. We're starting. Did you unmute it? Unmute it. We're asking questions now.
Hello? What happened to the mansion? Hi, can you tell us what happened to the mansion?
Did it say no?
It's radio.
Is that Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift came up on the radio.
Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion?
You're so respectful. Oh, there's an orb. There's an orb. Wait, but that might just be something in the camera. Can you look? Look. That's just something in the camera. Wait, it's gone now. It said yes.
Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion?
Is that an orb? Look.
This is a tail light reflecting.
No, it's not. Look. Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's not easy to do, is it?
Nothing.
Definitely try to keep us away from all vehicles.
Cars stuff.
Okay.
Pretty empty. I know you guys are trying to be secluded. And with that camera, and again, it's super small.
Oh.
So I will tell you that when we do capture something with it, it's not just an orb, because a lot of times I can debunk it as just being dust or a bug, kind of thing. But I don't always follow up with this one in real time because it is so small.
Yeah.
So it's about really the review the next day. So
Right.
So that's why I gave you guys this spirit box, because that one's not super exciting in real time. So that way you guys get to both listen. So
Wait. Oh, I saw something, but it probably was just. Now it's gone.
I think I heard last night, but I'm not 100%.
So it's
Remember,
always
it
your
said
first
yes.
instinct.
Okay.
It said yes at one point.
Yeah, the yeses I throw away.
Definitely sounded like a radio, yes. So like
Yeah, but it's
a-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean, that's the radio
You
chatter
heard
that you're
Taylor
gonna
Swift
get.
on the radio?
But that last night, if you weren't sure if it said past night or past light or last night, I'm going to take your first instinct.
Last night.
Last night. So I'm going to be writing down last night. just so you kind of get the gist. Now, your device isn't going to give you as much as the other girls are getting on that one, but it is the most accurate.
Okay.
So 75% of what you hear out of that thing is accurate.
Okay.
So 3 out of 4 pieces.
Okay.
Well,
Ready?
mine is the most boring tool.
Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion that was once here? Remark?
I think that was a radio.
Yeah, but he said it doesn't matter. Never. Never, my name is.
Thumbs up, guys.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Why is he staring?
Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion?
Bye.
If anyone's here, can you tell us what happened to the mansion that was once here?
Delicious?
I heard tuition.
I heard delicious. Slash tuition. We haven't heard much so far, but it's coming. Don't see any orbs. Just some bugs. Girlfriend?
I didn't hear anything. Can you tell us when the mansion
Was destroyed.
was no longer here?
Here, wait. Ask it like. Can we move around a little bit?
Can anyone tell us when the mansion was no longer here?
I know it is. 19?
No, I heard my name. Girlfriend again.
Girl, yeah. I heard girlfriend.
One
One seat.
One seat. I can do it. No.
Oh no. Hers is a little lighter than mine, but it's super pretty.
Can anyone tell us what year the mansion was no longer here?
Can anyone tell us when the mansion disappeared? Playing a funny song. You spin.
Let me. I heard Reese.
Me too.
You said let me. Are you able to tell us when the mansion was no longer here?
Sorry. Coffee shop. It's your... Is it time to move on?
Can anyone let us know what year the mansion was no longer here, or anything about it? No.
I heard 10. They don't want to talk.
I know it's on now. Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion that was once here?
Maybe we can move over there.
The voice. It was a British voice. Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion?
There's literally nothing. Those are civilians.
Can anyone tell us what happened to the mansion? Hamburger.
I thought I heard
Wait.
That was funny.
Mute it.
Wait, hold on.
Footage of one way or the other of the alley doesn't necessarily need to be on me. So kind of keep that in mind. Again, I'm not going to be holding on to the ghost. Yes, Reese, perfect job. Like, that's exactly what we're looking for. Nice and still. So, if other tours are going to come through here, by the way, they will jump out of the ivy wall because there is a little gateway right there, or they're going to come in the same way that we did.
That's sick, bro.
So, hopefully what we're hoping for is that during Reese's camera, we're going to see a stick figure walking towards us. Like, that's the hope here. So, yeah. You're hired again. You're back on just for that. So welcome to Philadelphia Alley. This used to be called, in between the Cow Alley and Philadelphia Alley, it was Duelers Alley. So this is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. I say some because dueling was illegal back then, and basically you had to find a hiding spot to go perform the duel. This happened to be one of those spots. Now, I told you, every ghost tour comes down here, but this is the guy that kind of likes to follow me around town, and he never shuts up. You have to remember that people have been talking about this guy I'm about to tell you about for probably the past 40 to 50 years, and nobody's been able to communicate back and forth with him the way that we can, because I have all the gear. So he's been following me around. It's kind of an odd place. But anyway, here's how this story goes. And again, I'll try to breeze through this one so we can get to work on the next location. You will get things from this spot as well. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. Those of you with the spirit boxes that are actually listening, if you get the song Brown Eyed Girl while we're here, it's not coincidence. It's part of his name. We get it all the time. But anyway, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. And she has an attorney helping her out with all of the cash. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money. So he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He comes to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, he had a coachman, and that coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. It's kind of like having a really bad Uber driver. Again, I want to put it in today's perspective. Now, somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen because he knew the coachman. He knew that he was going to try to kill the newcomer. That person's name was Ralph Isaacs. I say his name slowly because he has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. We were getting the letters R.I. regularly on spirit boxes, so I bought the Ouija board device to see if we were going to get it because those are individual letters. I was looking for you, Madison.
It says my Nick.
What does it say?
My Nick.
My Nick. Can I see that?
N-Y-N-I-K.
That's M-V. I don't have my glasses on. They're back at the office. That's interesting. I'm writing it down. It is interesting. My name shows up all the time. It's not spelled correctly there because I do have a C in my name.
My Nick.
Wait, what did it say?
It says
My
my
Nick.
Nick.
He's Nick.
That's me.
Oh, you're Nick.
Yeah. How about that? You guys have one name to remember.
Me too.
I've got
That's why I
11.
was like laughing.
Now,
Oh, you're Nick.
yeah. Oh, that's the guy. Yeah, I'm not the ghost you're hunting.
I thought you said Nick.
Nick. But anyway, so back to Dr. Ladd. So we have gotten the letters, by the way, R.I. about a half a dozen times since I've had that device. It's been about a year whenever I bring up Ralph's name. So that's the reason why I have that device. I bought it for this location. But back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. I got friends at 59 Church Street. You can rent a room there, and you'll be safe. Doc took him up on the offer, and the two gentlemen became friends. Now, the longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. Amanda gets wind of this, and she's moving down so they could be married. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. I hate this story because it's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you're ever going to visit has a cliched whistling ghost. I'm going to guarantee it right now. Ours just happens to be a doctor. That's part of the reason why I never even wanted to come down here. But anyway, back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph. They go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So they talk about the plays on the way home. They go see Richard III one night from Shakespeare, and they're arguing over the new actress they just saw. The doctor thought she was great. Ralph didn't. The argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly. They went their separate ways. Now, I told you Ralph has friends around town. He goes to the newspaper and places an ad telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of stuff. Doc saw the ad and rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. We're going to settle this.
Aggression.
Again, another one of those, it's good, but it's not proof.
Yeah.
So, they came down, and I want you to also keep in mind that this argument started over an actress. That's kind of like, you know, you guys arguing over a movie, and then somebody's going to try to kill the other one. Like, that's kind of how that goes for today. But anyway, so they came down, they went back to back, took their 10 paces away from each other, they turned, the doctor pointed his gun in the air and shot his one shot. He did not want to kill his friend. He just needed the courage to show up to the fight. But Ralph has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die, he just fell to the ground. His friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street. He died 10 days later, November 2nd of 1786, after refusing medical treatment. Let me explain. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different back then than what we know of them now.
Trigger.
Oh, I'll take it. Nice. Now I'm excited. There we go. Aggression with a trigger. I can see it, right? So, he's also a doctor, everybody. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself. So, kind of take that for what it's worth. Now, The other piece of this is that if you're going to try this on your own and try to listen for the whistles from the doctor, because that's what every other ghost tour comes down here for, they want their guests to listen for the whistles because it's always this quiet. Even on a busy Saturday afternoon, it's always this eerily quiet. I can't explain it, it just is. We do have an air conditioner that runs from one of these buildings, by the way, but that's about the extent of it. Try this on your own as you walk through here by using your voice recorders. I can't take you all the way through here because I've been kicked out of here. I'll explain that in just a minute. However, remember when you guys are walking through here and you do capture a whistle on your own recorders, that every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley. Again, I used to do it every single night because my garage used to be over there, my office is there. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm passing the alley and I'd always throw a whistle. It's just happened. We all do it. Let's talk about how I got kicked out, because that's the fun part, right? We got a bunch of young people. Let's tell them how to get into trouble. Now, so this alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. Don't worry, we won't be here much longer.
No, I know back when I stand.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm old.
So, there was a wall about halfway between us and Cumberland Street, the street we came in on. The reason why, you already know. It used to be called Cow Alley because it kept all the livestock down here. So that means that the bricks down on the other side are older than the ones you're standing on. Those bricks down by Queen Street are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there in one of those bricks, along with some fingerprint swipes in others. I used to take my group down there for a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about it. Remember how I treated a cemetery? Same way with that brick. That's the last place you're going to find that poor kid. He's not going to be staring at that brick in the afterlife. So November 26th of 2020, my entire group of 10 is huddled around that damn brick, waiting for something to happen. That was just Remy. He's fine. We're in
Who's
his
Remy?
house. You think about that one for a minute, and I'll get back to you. So,
Who's Remy?
you not seen?
Man that lives.
Is that the man?
It's definitely not a
Wow,
man.
you guys don't watch Disney at all,
Is it
do
the
you?
rat from Madison?
It is.
Oh, okay. We're just.
Now, standing around that brick, I'm trying to shoo him along because I know nothing's going to happen, and we're standing outside the kitchen window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful. I didn't realize I was out of bounds for tours, so I was still new at this. The new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter, who was probably around one of your ages at around that time, was laughing hysterically because her father's getting yelled at. So we moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving because I worked in upper management for Walmart for over 10 years, and you guys all like to fight over towels on Thanksgiving, and you scarred me for life. So I don't tour on Thanksgiving ever again. So with that said, the next day was the 28th. I called my partner that I had. I told him what happened with the new neighbor, and he started laughing just like my daughter did. He said, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. Other than that, it's residential. Reroute your group. So I told my group that night, remember it's about the same size as this group because I'm sold out again on Black Friday, I don't believe in the next story. I've never had anything happen over there. We're going to wing it and see how it goes. Plus, I'm a vampire guy. I'm not a pirate person. We're going to be discussing pirates next in case you didn't figure that one out. So the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be discussing. The famous female pirate, Anne Bonny. So I was like, oh shit, maybe we're going to get something. We go around the corner. I told them what I did know about piracy. Somebody else here's the number 300. I don't know what that means. I write it down just like I've been doing for you guys all night, and I researched it the next day. Turns out we were there on November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. We were there on the exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. I do get a couple of oh wows every once in a while from that. I was actually kind of pissed off. Let me explain. Master's degree in writing. When I'm writing anything and when I'm doing this and doing research.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just the tree, but
guys are
I
like
saw
freaking out
dots.
about this Remy.
I saw a bunch of dots.
I got scared.
No, it was just really weird, but there was like dots all over the screen.
Oh, I thought you were pointing
that's
out
good.
there's a rat right there.
No, there was like
no.
I was like,
She's got dots. That's a good thing.
She just got a bunch of dots
Now,
all over there.
So where we're going, basically, we're going to be discussing Anne Bonny.
really
obviously.
scared.
With the master's degree in writing, I need facts and data. Like, pirate stories come from pirate lore, and that's a problem, because pirate lore was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy, like the ages of Blackbeard, right? So we're going, hopefully we're going to get quite a bit, but it is a 50-50 roll of the dice if she's even going to be there. I'll explain that once we get to this location. Hopefully Dr. Ladd will follow us from this location over there, like he normally does, and we'll get, stuff from both particular ghosts. So I'll give you the story of Anne Bonny. We will be able to spread out in that location like what we did at the Pinckney Mansion site, so that way you guys can fully explore. I will breeze through that story because there is a lot in that story, and again, it's kind of hard to hold the attention span of a bunch of teenagers sometimes. So I will breeze through it as quickly as I can so you guys know what you're looking for, and then we will get to work. Is that fair to everybody? Yeah. Are we ready for some rated R pirates?
Yes.
Oh, somebody got my dad joke. But anyway, I got one further. If the letter R is not a pirate's favorite letter, what is it?
R.
It must be the C.
Should I stop recording?
Catch this on radio 101. That was the whole phrase.
Anybody want to take a guess
Did you
what's...
say something else? You said she.
Oh, it says keep going, and then it also says she's black, but I don't know
You
if
said
that's...
she's black.
She's black.
Yeah.
So two things in there stand out. Well, the my love thing, like that's common. We're gonna hear a lot of lovey-dovey type of terms, and some of it can even get sexual. So sorry, the adults in the room that brought kids. It can happen based on the story I'm about to tell. Anybody want to take a guess where Dr. Ladd is buried? What state?
Virginia.
Virginia.
I'm a
Yep.
Virginia
And
I heard that. That was the
she's
first
black. That came out of yours, Mia. Like we get the word black here all the time. And when you guys, your spirit boxes are slowed down. So if you guys ask the question, what color is a big red barn, and you hear Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, we don't need Rudolph the nosed reindeer. We just need the red in the middle. So when she says she's black, I'm only looking at black because Blackbeard does have a history here. And we're about to discuss pirates. You have to remember, I'm out here 7 nights a week, like repeating the same damn stories over and over and over again.
Look at that.
Black dog with red eyes. That's interesting. I'll show you how to do that. So, it's actually, well, Blackbeard was said to have red eyes and a flaming beard. So, just very weird. Oh, not to mention it's a dog. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the dog thing is going to come up here real quick, too. Oh, super cool. We're going to be using that later on. So I'll show everybody what that is. She's using a new app that Seer Imagery app. You don't need the VR headset to be able to use it. You can just use it on your phone. I use the VR headset because it's way more fun to like watch the scared reaction of people inside of it.
I still barely.
So, with that said, welcome to the Powder Magazine. So, that building over there with the crosses on it, those are not crosses. Those are earthquake bolts. So if you're not familiar with what those are, they're basically turnbuckles. If we have another earthquake like what we did in 1886 that I talked about earlier, you can tighten those the earthquake bolts, and it's supposed to tighten the building so it doesn't incur any further damage. So it's a great idea, it just doesn't work. But it's part of the reason why we're here. Those earthquake bolts are the first set that we ever put in. Go ahead.
When we were over there, I was looking through my app, and it had it had advertisement for the magazine. The Powder Magazine.
That's because you're nearby it, so your phone knows where you are.
Yeah.
So it's going to give you that ad.
Yeah, but that's the first time I've ever seen it.
That's funny. But those are the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in. The reason why is it's the oldest government building in South Carolina. That's important because it was finished in 1713, the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start her new life. This is what I call a familiar. You guys all watch the TV shows on YouTube. You've probably seen the Boo Buddy. Anybody not know what that is? Okay, it's a teddy bear. And what that teddy bear does is it has a little blinky light K2 meter in there, so if a child ghost comes near it, it will go off and says, ha ha, that tickles. Like it's supposed to be kind of creepy and funny at the same time. Now, they use that because the child would recognize the teddy bear as a toy. So welcome to Late Nights in Charleston, everybody. So we're here because of the same reason. This building, we don't have many buildings this old. Anne Bonny would recognize it because it's from her era. That's the whole reason why we're here. That's why I call this a familiar. Kind of like the teddy bear from the child ghost scenario. So let's kind of get into this. The building took 10 years to build. Adults, does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years? No, not at all. But anyway, story starts right in the middle of its construction, 1708. So here's how this goes. A young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress, his girlfriend basically. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far?
Wait.
Yeah. Anne comes here with her father and his girlfriend. The girlfriend is Anne's mom.
So the dad is Anne's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just.
So
Oh, they just didn't get
Right now
married.
it's a family to you, but they're all running away from her father's angry wife.
Oh, girl. Okay,
And
okay.
the wife thinks that the daughter.
Okay, so the dad and Ann's mom had Ann, but he was married to another girl.
He cheated on his wife to have Ann.
Okay, you could have just said that.
No, it just makes it more fun to confuse the hell out of you. That's why we do it that way.
So does the wife know that?
She kicked him out of the country.
And now she's chasing him?
Wow.
Yeah,
Just keep going. Got it. So, she did kick him out of the country, and they landed in Georgetown. That's between us and Myrtle Beach, about an hour and a half north of here. No. So, Dad bought a plantation up in Georgetown, but Mom, the girlfriend, dies pretty quickly after getting here. So that means Dad is now sending young Ann down here to sell things from the plantation to help keep things afloat. Hence the familiar building. Now, Ann back home in Ireland, when she was just a little girl, 7, 8, 9 years old, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly.
Yay.
Remember, she's like this tall, guys. So again, picture an 8-year-old doing that. So, told you, I just like to give you the mentality for fast forward. The building's done, and 2 years later, pirates are starting to come through Charlestown. Ann is stoked. The reason why, she's going to fall in love with one of these pirates so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. So, I said, here's how this is going to go. The first guy she fell in love with, and I said first because there's a lot. That's why we're actually going to be discussing this whole story. That's what makes the story so good. The first guy she fell in love with is James Bonney. You already know where this one's going. I already told you her pirate name. So, Dad didn't approve because he's a filthy pirate. They ran away to Jamaica, they got married, and Cormac became Anne Bonny. However, when they get down there, she realizes her new husband is not the Captain Jack Sparrow that she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer. He's a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't who she wanted. She falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham, but everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. Now, Jack has his own crew, he has his own ship. Anne wants to be part of the crew, but you can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. So he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like the crew, you can be part of the crew, but you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this because... Why is he flashing lights over here on me? Oh, you guys with the Angina lights. And that's like... People live there, by the way. Like, those are apartments. He should not be flashing that light in there. Oh. What a jerk move. Did I say that out loud? I sure as hell did. Anyway, so...
Like, what are they doing? Are they on a tour?
That's another tour. He just uses that as like a laser pointer.
Well, why would he do that?
On somebody's home. It's part of the reason why I like to like stay just a little bit away from the building. But anyway, so Anne is now part of this crew, and she's dressed like a guy, but we're pretty much going to be able to put 2 and 2 together here based on the age group. She's a female in his quarters, which means she's eventually going to get pregnant. You cannot have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody's going to figure out that she's a girl, and Jack decides he's going to drop her off in Cuba before she starts to show her pregnancy. These are friends of mine. They'll help you out, have the baby, come back later. We'll figure it out then. She goes and has the baby in Cuba, but returns without a child. We have no idea what happened to the baby. None of my research has ever been able to find it. But she also comes back dressed as a female. This makes Jack pretty pissed off. Now everybody's going to know he let a girl on his ship. To make him even more mad, she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew he just captured. They're down below deck. Guy number 3. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy, to be part of the crew that Calico Jack just captured. So now I have 2 girls dressed like males trying to be pirates. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. Now Anne and Mary became friends, maybe lovers. We're not going to really be certain on that because of the time frame, but the British find out where they are and send a whole fleet of ships after them, trying to take down one measly little pirate ship. The rumor is Anne and Mary were the only 2 pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet flintlocks, kind of like the dueling pistols we talked about earlier. Same style of gun. Anyway, 2 ladies with 1-bullet guns cannot take on a whole fleet of ships with cannons. They get arrested. And as they're being arrested, Anne looks at her captain in bow and says, "Jack, I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." See why I was excited about the dog on the picture now? Yeah, exactly. Now, the judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunken pirates that wouldn't fight. They're dead and gone. The 2 ladies go in front of the judge and reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. And the judge could give a shit that they are female. They are still pirates, and he's going to hang them anyway. They scream, "We plead our bellies," because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. He sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here in South Carolina. He still has all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and brings her home. She remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4. We're going to count Mary because we don't really know. She has 4 kids and dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending because we don't know anything that's not speculative about Anne Bonny after her pirate career. Mary Reed died 5 months later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination, make it romantic, call it scurvy. Most books will tell you that it was probably fever. So they're trying to make it nice and simple. I'm not going to control this environment like what we did at the Pinckney Mansion site and give you a crap ton of questions. I will tell you a few things that I left out. You can ask whatever you want to in here. You're not going to offend smoke tobacco. Have at it. It will attract her even more. Now, I forgot my rum, Bob. I'm sorry. So I can see you giggling. I know, right?
I got a Coca-Cola.
Now, with that said, here's what I left out. I did not tell you the name of Anne Bonny's parents. That's the father and the mistress. You can ask about what their names are. That's a fact. I did not tell you what city Anne grew up in Ireland, the name of Calico Jack's ship, nor the color of her hair. Anything else that you want to ask, if you get things like you want to ask about her baby in Cuba that we don't know anything about, I can't prove whatever you get. It's going to be more conversational and a personal experience for you and for you alone, because I will not count it as evidence. So have fun with your spirit boxes. Let's spread out. So Reese, this is the wall I was telling you about earlier that's covered in leaves. This is not going to be your friend at all. So just point your camera everywhere else. So, climax, again, I want that dog picture. You can send it to me.
Wait, sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
How did Anne tie to this place again, though?
It's simply
the
something she
building.
would recognize.
Okay.
Because we don't have many buildings here that she would recognize. So that's really the only connection. That's why it's a 50-50 roll of the dice if she'll even be here.
Okay.
I need to fix my spirit box.
What? Let's go over here. But I saw like orbs over here.
Start filming. Hi, Anne. How are you? That's disrespectful. You heard that.
You know, we can't offend her, he said.
I'm
But
so
it was my
sorry,
shoe.
Anne. I'm so sorry, Anne. That was incredibly disrespectful.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop. Don't be mean.
He said he doesn't offend. She doesn't get
But
offended.
you don't want...
Please do not come home with me.
Okay.
You're not even a thought. I'm sorry. Okay, there were two huge orbs over there. Should we go over there? Like big, ginormous.
But it's so loud.
What?
You farted so loud. And you don't care.
And I filmed it too. I said wait. Okay. Okay. She also had like a big line here.
Okay. Hi, Anne. How are you?
Whoa. No, just say, is anyone here?
Anne, are you here with us?
A cough?
Anne, what year did you live down here?
She didn't live here. She recognized. No. It's only that she recognizes it.
If she had to live here, she recognized the building.
No. Like a church. Like something she recognized. I don't think she
It's not a
lived here.
church.
He said it's as simple as something. Yes, it is. This is a church.
You said the crosses on it it's a government building.
But on the signs it says a church.
Oh, that's what it is now.
St. Philip's Church.
No, and a literal cough.
It literally coughed into the speaker.
Yeah.
So, did you get anything?
I got like, it said like, she got Bobby.
Bobby?
I got Karen. 8-1 last, take me.
What type of questions are you asking?
I don't know, I just like, what were your parents' names?
Okay.
Oh,
Like, I don't know.
that's kind questions.
What'd you ask?
I don't know. Well, I farted when it was over you. She probably hates us. I was like, it was loud as fuck. What does it say?
Heard you.
Like, he heard me. It was like,
He literally.
and I was like, she don't give a fuck because she can't be offended. He said,
It's just, I can't, like, I don't, like, It's not even like static. It's just like the 10-different radio stations.
It's literally
sit down
radio.
and like really.
Oh, she's
gonna
getting
get
in position.
Getting nitty gritty.
Let me
What
just.
cameras are doing?
I don't. Orbs? Anybody got orbs? There were 2 big orbs over here earlier. Maybe, and then her little camera thing was lighting up with a bunch of dots. So I don't even know. I'm just gonna film you.
I don't know what questions to ask.
Ask like, why do you come here?
And why do you like it here?
There's lots of
polite.
Zaza. Yeah, it is polite. I mean, sorry I had to fart. It's natural. It's not impolite. She can smell it. She don't care. You're so funny on the ground. She's typing stuff in her
It just said
Snapchat.
25 cents per gallon of milk.
What? Excuse me? Pardon? Oh, there's another tool. Ask.
And what was your parents' name?
Let's see if it says the same thing. Okay.
And can you tell us what your parents' names were?
Anne, are you with us? Oh, we can ask what happened to her son. Or no, wait. I don't know who that
And
was.
can you tell us what happened to your baby?
What do we have going on here?
Not much.
Not
I have
much.
No half off of like 2 coughs, like
Yeah,
sound
like
of
genuinely they were
like,
coughs.
really loud, and then last year. Other than that, there's not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything here is so far has been like super vague. Like I haven't checked in with the word list yet, and see how Bob's readings are going. So I'll check in with those 2, and we may, just call this one to kind of, again, it's not always going to be like super active all the time.
Right.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Well, there were 2 big orbs over here earlier, and her thing lit up with dots. So.
No, the biggest orb I've ever caught in my 14 years of doing this has been at this location, and it was with the camera in your hand.
It was probably that then.
So hopefully, like, that's a good thing.
Oh.
Get back to work. Is what I heard there. Probably yelling at me. Get back to work.
Huh.
So I'll be writing down
Do you
work.
have any other like questions we could ask? We're having a hard time coming up with names. Other than like her parents' names.
Did she have kids? I forget.
Yeah, she had 2, right? She had 1
Total
and
of
she
5.
had-
Oh,
5. I
we
thought
could
it
ask
was
what her kids' names are.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
prove it because there's no record of them.
Right.
But she had 1 in Cuba that we don't know what
Yeah, I
happened
knew
to
the
him.
Cuban one, and
then
the
there was 4
first
after.
one. Oh.
There were 4 after
Oh, am I
she came
thinking
home.
of the other one?
Yeah, you're.
Oh, I'm thinking of the mystery.
Oh, and then the 2 pirates'
Yeah.
daughters.
Okay.
You can ask her maybe some of the names of her lovers.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Obviously
good
you know
one.
those. Bob, what do you got? Anything?
Okay.
Yeah, this place is usually a bunch of zeros.
And
I
what
get
was the
excited
name
about a
of
2.5 in
your
here.
lover?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say the
The
past
name
couple
of
of nights
your
we've had
lover.
little blips. I'm stoked about that. I told you it's not the Pinckney Mansion for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anything coming up out of Carrie's device? I haven't followed up
Yeah,
with
it's
her yet.
got veteran, officer, a couple names.
I'm not
above.
surprised by that. It is Gunpowder Magazine. It served
Yeah,
7
that's
wars.
scary.
No, that's
So
crazy.
we'll often even get names of the wars that it served.
Oh, really?
So we'll get French and Indian War, either France or Indian or something along those lines, couple them together. The last servant was the Civil War, so sometimes we'll get things relevant to that. Just depending. But yeah, I'm not surprised by veteran and officer.
About Nevada.
Nevada?
But maybe I'm just kidding.
Are you running the box too?
And what was the name of your lovers?
I don't know his name. Is that Snapchat?
Yeah, I'm writing my notes on it.
Maybe if we get live on TikTok.
Rivals.
If I went live on Instagram with this, I think like I would get like 200 people unfollow me.
Yeah.
They would get so annoyed.
And what did you used to wear on the ship to look like a man? I'll go live on my Insta.
No way.
They're gonna make fun of me.
Tell my mom to join. Tell my mom and Nene to join.
That's a lot of work. They'll see it. Oh my god.
And when you coughed earlier, was it because you were sick? It's kind of a cough.
No one wants to join our Ghost Hunting Live. We're ghost hunting, okay?
Alright.
And what did you used to wear on the ship to dress up like a man?
Oh, that was silly. What? I got that song too. Madison, no one want to join.
I'm going live with TikTok.
I'm ending it.
You must have a lot of TikTok. Because you have to have enough to go live. Oh. And can you tell us which lover was your favorite? You can tell us a number or their name.
How big was it? Sorry. And how many lovers did you have? No.
And did you like living on the ship?
Smelly?
Shelly?
Smelly.
Or smoke or smell?
Smeller. I need to sit as well.
What was it like to live on the boat, Anne?
I hope my hoodie didn't get dirty. Cool.
And you kind of served cunt when you came back on the ship and was dressed up as a girl. That was really cool of you, and as today they would call it serving cunt.
Good.
Complimenting.
We're just trying to figure out some stuff, but she's not really active, I guess.
Wait, what are you doing? How are you guys doing over here?
Nothing. What? She told her that she serves fun.
Because she showed up like a girl.
What?
Like she showed up dressed up as a girl back on a cruise ship where she's not supposed to. That kind
That
of
is
served.
fun. It is fun. No, you're right.
That was good. She left because you cussed.
She did not like that. She said, "Oh yeah, we tried. We tried on my Finsta. No one wanted to join."
Well, I'm gonna ask him, say, what's your TikTok? Can you follow me?
And can you tell us what happened to your baby?
No?
We asked how it was living on the ship and she said smelly.
Okay.
That's it.
That's the correct answer. What do you got?
Rivals.
Rivals is good. I like that one. It's still not provable, but it's still a good term.
Okay, I got Sings of Death, Electric Medical, Whistling, Michigan, and then Little Escape.
You heard whistling or the word whistling?
Yeah, like whistling, like, not the word, the actual action.
Whistle sound. You know why you heard that, right?
Wasn't that from over there?
Yeah. The whistling doctor. We get it all the time.
Wait, I
I'm
thought
surprised you didn't get the word doctor immediately after, like a
No, I didn't.
doctor.
I also
Yeah.
wasn't really listening.
But you also heard medical something.
Yeah, Electric Medical.
Rival was heard. Smelly was heard.
Smelly.
All right, I'm going to call it on this one because there's not a whole lot going on here. I don't like to waste a whole lot of time, so we're going to head over towards the wall, and I'll give you the answers, and then we'll talk more about this whole blindfold session. We'll see who's going to go.
I want a blindfold. Wait, is that here or something?
Madison want to do it.
Take it.
Oh, my Lord.
Wait, can you like face this here?
Huh?
Sorry, I just had this in. My head still hurts. Oh, I know why my head hurts. I'm coming through with y'all, bro. I haven't taken my medicine in like 5 days.
Is there anything on my sweatshirt? On the back?
Oh, I have to turn this on so.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, right back. She'll be right back.
Okay, good. I have to turn mine off.
Celebrate, have a good time. You know, because what's going on? Help. My mama said they are carrying, of course, the cash off from the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Jake. Saturday, March 24th. Okay, Beyonce was on. She was having a real life hoedown. 2254. God's Hands. Clorox. And Blessed.
A couple of religious phrases in there. That's common when we're near the tallest steeple in Charleston, just so everybody knows. Not to mention you're listening to Charleston radio stations. If you think that a church isn't going to come on, or an evangelist, yeah, you think you're in the wrong city, because that's how this place works. So, again, not super excited about anything that you guys heard here. We didn't get any EMF, which was kind of an expectation. It was pretty much flat zeros, right, Bob? The whole time.
I'm at one now.
Well, it's because you're near the giant transformer and the parking meters.
I'm
Pretty much flat zero.
I'm not really using. I'm using my
Oh,
phone.
by the way, if you have a camera, let's go ahead and put them on stop at this point.
Hey, Nick.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix this real quick. I can fix that while I'm Alright, so first and foremost, we are only going to do this for 10 minutes. So the reason why normally with blindfolds this can be a little much for people with that much sensory deprivation or stimulation. So because we're now using blindfolds, I'll be able to give the two of you hand signals. If you're too loud, I'm going to go like this. We have neighbors. I don't want you screaming kind of mentality. I don't think that's going to be an issue for either one of you two. But when we're done, I'm going to give you guys the thumbs up. Again, I'll be timing this. Just so, sorry, I'm blinded you in the face. I'm so sorry. So, you guys are going to literally tell me everything you hear, including yes or no. Okay, this is locations if you don't know what I'm asking. I might ask to go if I'm wearing a black vest. So kind of keep that in mind. But have your spirit box. I'm so sorry. Have your spirit boxes loud enough to where you can't hear me, but also I'm going to test you as well. So make sure like you cannot hear. Yeah, then I get those things turned on. When I put my phone in there, Jane, you know how this works. Did you do this last time with the images?
I think so.
So just describe what you're seeing, and hopefully it's going to be complementary to whatever they are telling you.
Anybody excited for the Taylor Swift movie on Disney Plus?
All my friends are having a party downstairs for it. So
I'm not a Swiftie fan, but I like a few songs.
Oh, snap.
I don't know. I think we have kind of a dead battery situation because basically your sound comes out of this guy, and it's not giving me anything.
It was really loud.
Yeah, you had that. Like it's almost like it malfunctioned because it went really loud because the batteries may have been running low. So that's kind of my guess. It's not your fault. What are you apologizing for? All right. So can the two of you hear me? What color is a blue banana? Okay, they can't hear me. So whatever you hear, just talk. Let's get you started. I'm gonna put this guy in my pocket.
Okay.
Remember to talk. Most people forget. So, Henry, if you're here, I got 3 people. They're sitting on the bench. It is 11:34.
Yeah.
Henry, if you're here, you need to give me something about your occupation, please. This is Jamie and Avery. They can hear whatever you want us to hear. And then Jane will be able to see whatever you want us to see. Once I get this guy set up.
It said Saturday.
Okay. Where is it?
Quiet.
It is quiet in here, Henry. We're the only people here.
Christians.
Henry, tell us something about your occupation, please. Jane, you're going to see like a rolling globe. Just make sure you look straight ahead, okay?
Right.
And your focus is right here. I know you use binoculars all the time, so.
Well, I just got it, so.
Henry?
Strong arm.
Henry, let's talk about your work.
Americans.
Jordan.
What did you do for work? What did you do for a living, Henry? If you want to talk about your work, I'm okay with that. But let's start off with what did you actually do?
Politician? Or political?
I also said Madeline.
I don't know who Madison is. Political piece, that's weird. Because he really isn't a politician, he's a writer, and he's a soldier.
This is the
Henry, can you give us something more specific? You guys remember who the doctor was? For Mary.
Yeah.
Mary, if you're here, please give us your first name.
Fake teeth.
Me too.
Did she just say fake teeth?
Yeah.
Do you guys know where you're at? You're in Washington Park. George Washington is known for his wooden dentures.
That's how literally like the war started. I have fake teeth too.
So do I. But I'm more interested in the word finger. I'll be honest. Like, that's very specific.
C-dial.
Mary, if you're here, can you give us your first name, please?
Got caught.
No, your killer did not get caught. That's the whole mystery. Without their blindfolds, I'm trying to like voice things downward so they can't read my lips and things like that.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah, so far I'm getting nothing.
okay. And you know the drill. You might get 1, you might get 10. Mary, if you came along here tonight, give us something specific other than just your doctor's name. We had the word shot and ribs.
Harper.
Shot and ribs earlier.
I got mine.
Headline.
Do you want to go with numbers, Mary? You can tell us how old you were when you passed away. Or the year that you passed away. That'll work too.
running.
But whoever's here, I'm mainly interested in trying to make contact with Henry, Timrod. You can push through and give us something about your occupation. That would be great. If anybody else is feeling a little froggy, you can jump in. Jayne would love to see an image inside the green box.
Yes, I would.
That as well. Damn close, right?
How old is he?
She was 64. I asked for her age of death or the year. The year was 33. She was 64.
I got cow.
Wounded.
Cow here. Wow.
I got zoo earlier. That counts for
You
anything.
just said wounded? Is that correct?
Yeah, wounded.
That would make sense with the gunshot to the ribs, right? What else do we have, Mary? What else do you want to give us? I need more descriptions on your killer. Can you tell us those things?
Forever.
It's okay for you to say yes, no questions or answers. I'm still pissed at
You're
myself.
on the right track.
Oh.
I like it. Mary, can you tell us what race your killer was?
Judy.
Oh, Judy.
Forever. What color was your killer? Was he black or white? We've had several people here. It was a black man. Like when we were doing that session, like on a spirit box. So that's the reason why I'm asking that question. Jayne, anything?
No, but it's like it's getting black, like the
Like it wants to try?
it's like doing that.
Okay. So it's trying to give us an image. And we've seen it
We
do that.
really didn't know what.
First time.
Well, there's the first. November 1st, 1933. Stretch. I would rather have 33. Mary, can you give us the year? I know we're throwing a lot of questions out there. But it feels like...
Said no.
Oh.
Mary, let's talk about your killer. Do you want to do that? It's a yes, no question.
Said baby.
We're back on Henry again.
Over 40 years.
Never.
Henry. Between you and Mary, you're confusing as hell. Trying to figure out who's actually here.
June.
June and Judy. Just said,
But wasn't June that one guy's birthday? Or was that a little too
both
far
in
off?
December. Him and his son were both in December. And they both died in the month of October. October sessions for this, by the way,
I'm sorry.
are basically like nothing goes on with this. Like they're both mourning their own deaths. Like the whole month of October, I get nothing out of these sessions. It's crazy.
Really?
You have to know your ghost. Like if you don't know what the hell's going on and why, you know, and stretching it and reaching for things. Like so far we got maybe something going on, but I wouldn't count this as successful at all. So
20
far.
years.
We had over 40 years and then 20 years. Like none of that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's like just keep going like this. Like there's no pictures like this.
So we've seen where that happens, and then I take it out of the mode that it's in, and there's like 5 pictures there that you didn't see. So we're gonna see what's going on once the session's over. So you might be getting images, you just can't see them.
Yeah, because it's like kind of like looks like kind of hazy. It's doing this.
Yeah, like it wants to try to do something.
Yeah, now it's fully. And there's
Henry,
like,
we're down to 2 minutes.
it's like a dark mass right here.
Henry or Mary, last chance to give us any kind of turn that you're here and just maybe help us out with your killer, Miss Mary.
400,000.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mary, do you have anything else you want to say about your killer? I asked about his race. You can tell us that. And we're using all of the other boxes too. You can go to any of them.
Oh.
Red.
What's it say?
100.
Red.
Vague stretch for the blood book. I would rather want blood or book. Henry, you want to push through and tell us goodnight? We'll leave you alone.
I'm getting something.
Oh, finally. What do you got?
It looks like I don't know, I can't describe. It looks like an upside down birdhouse. Kind of. It's like a
Local.
Like a roof here and something over here. I don't know.
We'll be able to take a look at it. You guys will all see the images that she sees too.
Gunner.
I saw.
Gunner?
I've got governor.
Tell me.
Did she say Gunner and you have Governor?
Governor. CA.
And
Could CA mean like California?
Could be. She's not from here, but she's from Detroit, as far as Mary goes. She's not a true Southerner. Henry or Mary, we're about to wrap this up. Can you tell us goodnight?
immigration system.
From Detroit.
Do you want me to see anything else?
Liquor. God says listen.
Last chance. Tell us what the church is giving us right now.
8.
What sound are we hearing out of the church?
Good. 6.
Lie.
What did it say?
Lie.
Okay. I think we're going to wrap it up.